a migrant worker and a party unionist. I was born and raised in South Korea all my life. I don't represent the Korean community here, but I represent KCTU, but I'm here as a migrant worker in solidarity with South Korean workers. South Korea has a new government, as you know. When people toast to the victory of candlelight demonstrations, to the impeachment of ex-President Park, and the new government, but workers' life hasn't changed a bit. 4 days ago, South Korean High Court released J.Y. Lee, Vice Chairman of Samsung Electronics and the third generation heir to the Samsung empire, after suspending his prison sentence for bribery, embezzlement, capital flight, and perjury, whereas a union leader is serving a 3-year sentence. For just organizing people's rally for democracy and against anti-labor legislation. In this rally, as Tony mentioned, a farmer was killed by a direct shooting of a water cannon by the police. But no one has been charged with this farmer's death. This is wrong.
Yes.
Han Sang-gyun was excluded when President Moon pardoned 6,444 prisoners, and even worse, Lee Young-joo, General Secretary of KCT, was arrested after 10 days of hunger strike at the office of ruling Democratic Party protesting against working time regulations in Labor Standards Act. She's in detention center now. This is wrong. Big businesses always wiggle their way to freedom by receiving suspended sentences. On the other hand, when workers are on strike, their hands and legs are tied up with vicious lawsuits of damage claims and layoffs. Workers have been protesting for 3 basic rights. Interestingly enough, these basic rights are clearly stated in the Article 33 of the Constitution of South Korea. However, in reality, workers' right to organize, to bargain, to strike is not being protected because of the detailed clauses in the notorious labor law and the interpretations of the lawyers acting for the employers. And the prosecution office makes it almost impossible for the workers to strike.
Right.
When temporary workers, when the workers hired by the labor hire company to form a union, they are sacked by a termination of contract. And when the labor union initiates a strike, the employers shuts down the workplace. They send the goons to remove the union members from the factory, resulting in severe injuries all the time. Employers even establish a second union that serves their interests and they support this union. What about here? Our construction workers were made to face more than $2 million fines for a strike. Right now, our companies in Okinawa are locked out for 212 days.
Shame.
Our train workers cannot strike. Public sector workers cannot have collective pay rights when big businesses don't even pay tax.
Shame.
If we are lucky, we can get the employees fined, but how much do you think it's enough? The fine is, to my understanding, is just not a form of cost. As long as they can make money, they pay fine and move on. And this vicious circle goes on. It's not country-specific. The Korean big businesses destroy unions outside Korea. A Korean time makers in the U.S. spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on union-busting consultants and committed local labor law violation. They go to India, the Philippines, the garment company, and the automaker company. They sack the union members, sack the workers, and they kidnap the union members and threaten them to death. This is not country-specific. And on the other hand, when the big companies from France and the US, they come to Korea, they do the same type of union busting because they can.
Shame.
Big businesses would go anywhere to find cheap labor and the market. To them, Bangladesh workers and Korean workers are no different. In the current system, workers are nothing but the objectified tools for profit making. The oppression against the workers is universal and it's not country specific. When workers in other countries are exploited, abused, and attacked, workers in Australia are not free from it. That's why we have to unite. That's why we have to change the rules to regain our rights and to protect our human dignity. No matter who we are, full-time seasonal workers, or even working holiday makers, we are all the same workers. I'm here today, proud to be an active supporter of unions. I stand in solidarity with workers in Australia struggling for better rights. I ask you to stand in solidarity with comrades in South Korea who have been in jail. You might look different and speak different languages, but we are all workers.
Yeah.
Sisters, brothers, and comrades, please stand in solidarity with me and say, Free Han and Lee!
Free Han and Lee! Free Han and Lee! Free Han and Lee! Free Han and Lee!